Hello everyone and welcome to Tonic Live. Hello everyone and welcome to Tonic Live with me Owen.
Me Alison.
And me Daniel.
And what is Tonic Live? Tonic Live is the part of the week where we have a special make from Ali about our upcoming tonic launch that we're very excited about. Me and Dan go through your questions, suggestions on there. And today it's a music theme.
It is.
I was giving it a bit of salsa shoulders then.
Oh, we.
And I was going to go do a pretend trumpet to open it, but I'm rubbish at the pretend trumpet.
You're better at the real one, is it?
I just can't get it to.
We just can't do those raspberry lips, can
You know, I've never been able to. Can you
Never been able to do that.
Oh
wow.
dear.
The fake violin. Look at that.
That's
for
not
technique.
bad.
That's good technique.
I used to play the violin.
The real one.
A real one.
Oh,
I still have it in the house.
good.
But at the moment, I think all the bows, all the hair's hanging off the bows, and
You
the
need to
strings are all
restring
over
that.
the place.
Bring it in.
I haven't played it since I was probably about 15, maybe 14 or 15.
Keep it
I
around.
feel it's like
But it's
bike
still
though.
there.
So
Violin, playing a violin's like the bike, you know, you never forget. Never just
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know. I
don't.
don't think I could do it now.
it's like riding a violin.
Riding
Yeah.
a violin.
Yeah, never forget.
know.
Yeah, so here, we got brand new additions to the Rococo music die sets, and yeah, they're musical as you can imagine with the Rococo musics, and yeah, lots going on. So that's
There
6 p.m.
is.
tomorrow on a Chanda, and Ali's going to be making this today, which is. Well, it's been given many names.
It's a little bit of an explosion of some of the dyes, of some of them, not all of them. So, ooh, as I've just pulled it apart.
There we go.
But never mind, we'll pop it back in place. I've just pulled a bit of tape off inside. There we are. So we have.
Sturdiness, that's what we look for
Well,
here.
exactly, exactly. I think it was a little bit too rough. We have a xylophone on the top. We have our violin, could be a viola, whoever knows. We have, at the back, we have our Spanish guitar, if you look in there. And on the front, we have a fabulous microphone. And it kind of, I was looking at these and I thought, it reminds me of dressing up to go to the theatre. So I thought, why not make it a tuxedo card?
Yeah.
So that's what this is, a tuxedo card. So I'll show you the dies first, and then I will show you how to make it.
Michael's asking how many dies there in total. We'll count them out for you.
There are 6 dies in total. So if I bring, let's get rid of, hang on, there we are. Get rid of the flare. So that one is our swish xylophone. And as you can see, they're very decorative. Lots of swirls on them. The size you're seeing on the package is the actual size. This is our drum beat rhythm. Then we have our violin twist. So again, very, very decorative, very flourishy.
I think the flourishes make them.
They do.
They can be a centerpiece of a card. So if you had just on their own, maybe you wouldn't be able to make them the centerpiece. But because all these are decorative, you're going to be able to use them as a centerpiece as well as a side.
Exactly. Then we have our Spanish guitar. But again, I don't know, could that be something of an acoustic guitar?
Yeah.
I don't know guitars enough. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I think it would be an acoustic guitar as well.
Yeah.
If you wanted it that way.
Then we have our gramophone grates.
So yeah.
Good.
So that's another fab one. You know, if you like your dancing ladies, this would be fabulous either in the foreground with your dancing ladies in the background, and gentlemen obviously, or you put that in the background with your dancing partners in front.
That's it. With the silhouettes or anything that you've had, you know, those ladies that you've had, it would be a great addition to it. And like I said, you know, if you've got Rococo music, the originals that came out about 2 years ago, me and Dan discussed.
All those will go with
all
them.
got music notes and stuff to go along with them.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
And then the last one then is our microphone melody. Oops, let's get that in shot. But these are not just plain Rococos. Oh no.
Oh no.
These are Rococo Plus.
Ooh.
And I know you've been after Rococo Plus for
What does
quite
Rococo
a while.
Plus
Yeah,
mean?
what is it? What is it?
But we don't know.
Then I should tell you.
We know.
So
Do you?
normally this would be your Rococo die. So you've got your pattern die and you cut it out. And if you want to paper piece it, you paper piece it. If you don't, you just stick it straight on your card. But Rococo Plus gives you that backing panel as well. So you've got a small layer that fits right around the Rococo. So just a lovely, lovely alternative. If you don't want to use the outer edge, then don't use it.
So you may have seen on some of the sentiments, the Christmas sentiments and things like that. You've got that extra layer around the edge.
That's right.
And it really makes it pop. So
It does. It does.
Yeah, it's a good little plus to these. Or Rococo Plus.
Also, to go with this,
Unintentional.
we have, I don't know whether you're going to see it on there. Let me try a different colour. We've got an embossing folder. And this is a dimensional embossing folder. I don't know what's better, actually. I think that's even worse. Let's put the black back in.
Michael's eagle eye Michael Cooley says, is that an embossing folder on the table?
It
Yes,
certainly
it
is, Michael. Here it is. So you've kind of got cascading musical notes, all falling down gently and settling at the base of the embossing folder.
You'd say it's a plus to the range.
Oh, pun.
Right. Unintentional, of course.
Pun totally intentional there.
I'm nonplussed by that, to be fair.
Oh, boys. Oh, God. It depends on which part of this you want to use, whether you want to use a small part of it, all of it, whatever. So that's the music embossing folder. So,
Yeah, so loads of people
what
with
have
us.
we got?
So it says, hope it's a quick dispatch as it's the grandson's birthday on the 23rd and I need these to make a birthday card. So yeah, these are great for men's cards, great for women's cards. They got that unisex value to them.
Definitely.
Marie says, lovely card. I used to play the saxophone. Second chair. No, what is the chair system? What does that mean?
It's orchestra to do.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Is it-
Yeah.
Is first chair the
First
is the
your
top?
first violin is the one that sets the pace and sets the notes for the orchestra, and everybody goes along with that.
We
I
got
don't know if it's notes or pace or
we've
whatever.
got a little band.
Pace
haven't
is
we?
is the conductor.
Got Ali on the violin. We got, I'm sure.
You wouldn't want me playing now,
Look,
believe
it's
you
for
me.
the Tonic group. With
I was no good years ago, and I'm even worse.
no, they will. No, Sue plays the oboe.
Right.
She plays it like a pregnant duck. Right. It sounds like a pregnant
That'll
duck.
be
That's not- she
about
doesn't play
me.
it like she would a pregnant duck. So
Yeah, don't get a pregnant duck out and
I'm
drink
trying to play it because the sound won't be too great. But
No.
well, yeah, we could get ourselves a little group going.
We could.
Tonic Studios choir, like one of
Yeah,
those.
I think so.
It's a lot of I play guitar a little bit, so we're all right.
So we're all pretty bad then.
I've got the
Dan, you must have done some impulse purchases.
yeah,
over
I
the
have,
years.
but none
Play
of
the
mine are.
kayak.
Oh, I could do the harp from year
Oh,
3.
wow.
When I was in year 3, played
What
the harp.
school did you go to? That?
A nice little Welsh school in Penarth.
Everybody played
Everyone
the
had a
harp in the
recorder
Welsh.
in my
Yeah.
in my school.
And I kind of got the old Welsh choir voice as well. Just because I've got
Oh.
a relatively deep voice, and yeah, not that one.
So you didn't
That
go
way.
for the wings
bravado.
then?
No, it's more of like,
or-
yeah, one
You
of
were
them.
more Calon Lan.
Or-
Yeah, if traditional men's choir, like Welsh choir, that's where my that's
Only
my
men
level is
allowed.
at. Yeah.
Did you sing in the choir in school?
But
Oh,
if,
just the harp for me.
if
Didn't want
people
to be too uncool.
people from across the world, Wales is known for the land of song is what they call it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like Welsh choirs are quite popular, sort of all male voice choirs
Yeah.
singing.
There are female choirs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
It's,
are
it's a
some.
singing.
Yeah.
There's like see, there's obviously unisex ones and obviously like just female ones as well.
Yeah.
But there's like more of like a I suppose
Unusual,
fame.
yeah, fame
fame
for
to
the-
just like the men's only choir.
Well, I think I don't know whether if they were set up, but a lot of the pits seem to have male voice
Yeah,
choirs
that
attached
was,
to them.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was like the social evening or
Probably.
whatever it was.
Interesting though.
Mary Roberts.
But they also had, oh sorry lovely.
Well, I was saying Mary Roberts sings and plays guitar as well.
Oh,
so
well done, Mary.
Well, Mary, you do poetry, so I could see the songwriter in you. That
She's
you
very
got rhyming, you got your
very
creative person.
Mary.
Got lots of, loads of people. My grandson plays cello. Get him in, Sue. It's going to be one. It's going to be a group. Well,
actually, that was the first instrument I went to go and play. But I kind of didn't get accepted for it. The cello was as big as me.
That's good. I'm sorry, you're not suitable for this. The cello played you.
Yeah, it did kind of. And it's not a very gainly pose playing a cello. And when you've only got little legs, it's even less gainly. So afterwards, I was quite relieved I didn't play the cello.
Well, yeah, more to come on the tonic band. But let's kick it off and see how we make this. Exploding music tuxedo box.
I'm going to say first of all, I've taken the measurements from Ruth Hamilton's blog. So thank you ever so much, Ruth. I'd never made a tuxedo card before, but they've always intrigued me. So I thought, right, well, I'm going to have a little look and see if I can find one on the internet. And it came up as Ruth's. And I thought, Ruth won't mind me using her measurements, I'm sure.
Yeah, check out Ruth's blog as well. She does some brilliant cards. And
her cards are beautiful.
And she has awesome good pictures of the Irish countryside of the class. Really good shots.
On Ruth's blog, it is a complete step-by-step in photos and in writing. So her blog is a passion for cards.blogspot.co.uk. So I'll say that again, a passion for cards.blogspot.co.uk. So I'll tell you again at the end, just in case you need to get a pen and pencil.
Right.
So I've made a little bit of a start just to save some time, and I knew you could all do this bit, so I didn't even worry about it. So I've taken an A4 piece of card and I have scored it at 7 centimetres. We're on centimetres today, mind, because Ruth says it's centimetres.
Yeah.
It's 7, 14, 21 and 28. And then you've got a little bit left on the end then, which will be for sticking. So it's the full A4 sheet. So that's 7, 14, 21 and 28 centimetres. I'm going to move this out the way just for a sec because... Oh, have you got room over there, my lovely?
Yeah.
There we go. And my next bit, I mean, I don't know whether I've done this the way Ruth has done it, but this is the way I found it easier to do. So you're going to make a little mark. This is what we're aiming for. So I will show this to you later on again. So what we're going to do now is do this little bit. And we're going to cross there. So you need to make a mark at 14 centimetres and 7 centimetres from the bottom. So I've done my mark. There's my 2 marks that I've done. They're so tiny, I don't think you'll be able to see them. On the bottom, on the side of my card. I've done them on the side opposite my tab because it's easier. So what I've got here is a V trimmer, because it's easy to cut and it's easy to score with it. So I'm just going to pop out my blade. And
Donna Green would ask, what was the blog address again? And that was a passion for cards.blogspot.co.uk. If you type in Ruth Hamilton card making, you'll find it at the top as well.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so the first mark is at 7 and the next one is at 14. So I'm going across the 14 centimetre mark. So I'm just lining it all up, making sure it's all straight. And that's all I want to score is your first box and your last box. And that's what makes this very, very easy. If you've got a scoring board, you start lovely at the top and then you think, oh right, I've lost the end one down here, and then you've got to count them all out or you've got to rummage around. So that was the reason I brought this down. So just going to score down to that mark. There we are. So that's the first bit done. Bring it down to the bottom, lift your little ruler up, take it back to the line and then score again. And that's it. So a couple of score lines I'm not sure you're going to be able to pick them up. What you need to do then, you're going to trim this little bit away.
If you like scoring lines like that, you could do, if you layer in card together, you could do like a geometric piece of
yes,
like
you
wall
could.
sort of art sort of thing. That's what it reminded me of, like the score lines. So you could just
you could.
Like do a little thing. Yeah, I have this project. Yeah, that is the one. Maybe since I've never written a song, I can't read music, but I used to do the family service prisoner. You don't need to read music to write a song. You should give it a go. I'll try and write a Tonic song. I used to try and with the guitar write a bit of a song in the group, but yeah, they were alright.
So my next bit now, I want to mark at 7 centimetres, and that's all I want to do for this little bit is to score my tab. So I'm just going to score that up to the line, and then I'm going to cut this bit as well. So I will put all this, hopefully I'll get it onto my blog as well, and I link it to Roots. So that's where we are at the moment, and we need to get to that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to score down here and cut. Easier to score first and then trim off after. So put your middle line where you've got your, this will be a 14 centimetre line, onto your scoring line, and all the little bits where you've cut out here now, they will all line up where you can just about see the score line, and then just come right the way through. So that's your one side, and then you're going to repeat that on the other. So again, line up your centre point and your starting point. There we are, we're just about right, I think.
I would say anything you don't catch, there'll be a step-by-step on Ruth's blog as well, and you can we'll answer any questions that you have.
Exactly. Well. So that's all I'm going to do now is take these two little triangles and cut the two top ones off, but I'm leaving the bottom ones because that's the little bits. I'm cutting a tiny little bit off the side flap. No, I'm cutting the wrong one there. Oh, Al, what are you doing? Take it the other side. Ignore me for there.
I was going to say, scoring, it lets you, quite good for cutting. If you're going to have to fussy cut something, if you score it, then it gives you a...
It does.
It gives you a good guide.
It does. Those little bits that you're going to need there are going to be your little flaps on the front. When you bring all that around then, that's your tuxedo. So seeing as I've made a bit of a mess on that one, I'll use the one that I've written on. Because otherwise I'm going to have to take
Here's one I made earlier.
Here's one I made earlier. Good job I made one earlier, didn't I?
Neil Buchanan's special.
Yeah. See, you knew I would do it. Okay, so now we're going to do, I've done a little bit with our embossing folder. So how I did this, I cut a square. On Ruth's blog, she's done it on pattern paper, and she's done each side measurements. The way I found it easier was to cut a square.
I'll see if maybe
can you see it? I don't know.
Maybe you're going to see it. Whatever happens, you're going to see it tomorrow at 6 p.m. with Jodie, and you're going to see it in full.
I should have put some embellishment mousse on it.
Do you want some? Because I could get you some.
Can you?
Can you?
I know.
Do you have those connections?
I know a guy.
I'll leave it for now. I'll leave it for now because otherwise I'll have it everywhere.
Yeah, that's alright.
So I'll leave it for now. Right, what I found it easy was to cut a square first. So I cut a square 13 centimetres across by 13.5 centimetres down. Then I put it through the embossing folder, and then I cut it down the middle. Then trimmed the side pieces off. So you measure to 6.5 centimetres down. So I'll give you the measurements again. 13 centimetres across for your square, 13.5 centimetres down. Run it through your embossing folder, then cut it in half. Fold it inwards then, That was the easiest way I found it. And then you get all your embossing folder matching. Make a little mark 6.5 centimetres from your base. Line it up at the top and then trim that off. So that's your one side. Then we're going to make the other. I'll show you where that one goes now and then it'll make sense to you. So these go on the front. Tell you what, score all these first.
That's good. Lots of people chatting on here. I got still left to pack, Tracy. We leave 9 tonight. I know, Kim, you're going for the weekend at
Oh,
Jodie's.
fantastic.
Yeah, sounds really
Have
good fun.
Brilliant time.
It's like a pyjama party. I know we've sent up a load of tonic goodies for you guys to play with up there, everyone who's going.
Oh,
so,
awesome.
yeah, hope you enjoy it and hope it's a really good cause and hope it all goes well.
So this is where these are going to go. And you've got a little layer around it to give you a little border. So that's one, and the other will go on the other side.
But it's happy Valentine's Day to Ali. No celebrating here tonight. It's pool league. So that's
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I forgot all about that. I did buy a card.
Did you?
I bought him a card. I haven't made him one.
I had my card to give, didn't I, from Monday?
You did.
So I was all right. Well impressed.
I bet. So then we're going to use our embossing folder and I'm going to make exactly the same to go on the inside. So plates to use for the embossing folders. Because it's a dimensional embossing folder, it's slightly thicker. So the plates you're going to need are your green plate and your raspberry plate. So would you fancy running that through there for me?
I will. I only like to do it when I'm timed though.
Do you?
I don't like it when it's not a...
So I can give measurements then?
Yeah.
Okay, measurements for this are, let me think now, 15 centimetres in height, 13 centimetres in width. And then I've just put the whole square through then. Then we're going to split it in half again. You can see when I'm doing it now, I did one beforehand and I left one to do with you because I thought it would make more sense. So I've done my square. Then I'm going to split it in half, which is going to be 6.5 centimetres. So put the two fronts together. So I've got the two embossed sides together. Then I'm going to make a mark on the outside. Did I bring a pencil? Probably not. And the mark is going to be at 8 centimetres from the base. Oh, look, you're so organised for me.
I was already reaching for it before you even said.
You know how scatty I am.
That.
There we are. Diolch.
When you watch someone craft closely as I do, watch you for
I know.
over like 400 hours worth of time, then I'm going to pick up a few things.
You poor sausage. So then I'm lining up the mark I've made and the point of the card and then just trim it. So then when I open it up again, there's my two shapes and they're identical. That's the easiest way I have found to do it anyway.
Here's the glue you wanted.
I got glue, thank you. But thank you ever so much. I think you're spoiling me today.
Your body language said you needed the double-ended.
Did it really? Oh, look at you. You're such a crafter.
I know,
that's what it is.
I can read people's next move.
I think I've cut this at the wrong angle.
Yeah, a lot of people going up with Jodie. I think they said surprised that I'm not going to show up. If I wasn't priorly booked for this weekend, I would be there. But
you're at another function this weekend.
I'm another not a crafty function, just a function. But yeah, I couldn't. I have crafty ESP. That's what I've got.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I can just.
I've kind of cut this from the wrong end, I think. So ignore the measurements are right, but I've cut it from the wrong end.
I knew that. So
I know you did, but never mind. We'll carry on. This is going to be one of those days today. I am so sorry.
We could do it like 5 prepared, like before.
I know.
And then just get out the other one.
Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't. This is just ignore me today. I'm having one of those days. So that's going to be the start of our card. So I've made 2 little strips now that we're going to put inside. This is what we are going to suspend all the instruments from. So the strip is 9 centimetres long with a score line at 1 centimetre in on each side.
The centimetre is 9 strips. And then,
I know, I'm not making any sense. I am so sorry today. I'm really barbling.
Don't worry.
I'm having a barble day.
Yeah.
It's alright. That's us.
So you
day.
fold one end opposite to the other. So if you can see those, and they make like a little Z shape.
You're going to love the embossing folder, everyone, I know.
All right, so that is the shape you're making. And then we're going to stick these to the inside here. So a little bit of glue.
Kim says, oh, Tracy, you would get mobbed. Dan should come along and he could share all the ladies with Grandad. I think she's referring to me as Grandad because, like, 5 years older, that is. Like,
you are.
That is old, that is.
Yeah.
I dread to think what you're saying about me.
I'm world weary, you know?
Is that what it is?
I'm old beyond my years.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah. Wisdom
So
just flows.
I've stuck those 2 in and they both face in the same way.
DSP, is there?
Yeah, yes.
Maybe
like,
when I get to your age, then.
when you get to my age,
Well, you
the
never
things
know,
I've
do
seen,
you?
Dan, the
You
cards
never
I've
know.
seen, you wouldn't believe.
So I've put a little
Troubles
bit of
I've
glue
seen.
on each end and I've glued my tab. Now I find this easier to do it all in one go because if you press down, make sure your tabs are up.
You could do those strips with acetate.
You could do them with
Good idea,
acetate.
sir.
You could. And they will stick to the inside as you're doing it.
But he says,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I need to understand. You're such a sausage. That's just
Oh.
like, it's just, it's an affectionate term,
It
I
is.
hope.
It is affectionate,
Yeah,
of
it's
course
kind of like-
it is.
An affectionate
You're silly.
diss, though, yeah. So it's
Oh,
like,
you're a silly sausage.
Yes,
that's where it's coming
of
from.
course
Oh,
it's affectionate.
You're
silly,
nonsense.
silly
Right.
sausage, but then I'm not really sure where silly sausage is coming from either.
If you look
Silliest of
inside,
all.
then you can see the 2 little bars in the middle. So that's what I'm going to be attaching. Oh, as I pull it off. That's what I'm going to be attaching my music notes to.
Of all pork products, the sausage is
The
the silliest.
sausage is
to
the
be fair.
silliest.
There we are. So, the next thing I thought I would do a little bit of paper piecing with you. So I've already cut the microphone backing plate, and I've also cut the microphone in silver. So I'm going to pop that there.
If you didn't catch that at the start, the plus, so
It's
these
a
are all
plus
Rococo
Rococo.
pluses, so means you get that outer edge included as well. So you don't just get the die, you also get an outer edge that you can layer upon as well.
Should we do a black with a silver or a silver with a black?
I think black, I do, I like the
Black?
black, yeah.
That one's got black with silver.
It's like a nice matte,
insert.
this card, it's sort of,
It's lovely, isn't
yeah.
it? I tell you what then, you can cut me another microphone, but I'm going to need all the pieces for this one.
So
Yeah.
don't
So I
drop
just keep
it.
them in the,
So I need to keep them in the die, wherever the die is.
oh, like a hot dog here. Oh, you're a hot dog. I don't know if you would say that. I don't know. In America, does anybody say that? If someone's like being a bit
Yeah.
silly, do they say, oh, you're such a hot dog?
Oh, you need that, don't you?
Yeah.
There we
You've got
are.
any tape on your arm?
No, you just took it off. You'll be fine with
Before the
that.
show, I came in and I just went to Ali and I was like, oh, as if I was like holding her wrist, but it was just taking pieces of tape off. She had like 2 or 3 like on her arm.
You know when you have one of those days, it's definitely been one of those days today. I was very well kempt coming in, not at all. But there we are. Never mind.
It's like, oh, I'm going to give you a cut. Oh no, I was just taking the tape off your back. Just taking the tape
So
off
you've
your
been a
back.
bit affectionate, but then I thought, oh
I'm
well,
not,
it is
like,
Valentine's
It is
Day.
Valentine's Day, after all.
Okie dokie. So there's my little microphone, and we will just pop it in place. And it gives you, I think it's round about a mil around
We're going to need some more.
your die.
So,
I need all those bits.
no.
Oh, it moved, did it?
Yeah.
Haven't got any more.
I haven't got any tape.
I was thinking that.
There we go.
No.
I got some now.
There we are. So you've got your mill all the way around your die cut, so it gives a lovely, lovely finish.
Right.
One job, Owen.
I know, but
It don't
just
matter.
small
It
card.
don't matter.
I'm used to working with like an A4, doing it right in the middle, and then just then go. Can't.
So I've got 2 pieces of acetate. Not that you can see them. One, they both a centimetre wide. One you're going to need to place inside.
Really?
Yeah, that'll be. It'll be all right. I think I've made such a hash so far. It's not going to make any difference.
Put it in the middle there as
So
well.
apologies,
just to make
everyone.
Use up as much as you can.
With the tape, you're all right.
So you're just going to put your acetate. If you can see a shine in there. Just up. It's coming just above the top of the tuxedo over there. And I always stick acetate with red line tape because it's a better grab and it holds everything in place better. There we are. So I'm going to pop a little bit.
That's it, a karaoke night. It'd be good for I invite you to a karaoke party.
Exactly.
if you're having a karaoke night.
Exactly.
I think I love karaoke. Underrated. We did karaoke, didn't we? Oh,
We did.
a
We
Christmas
did.
party.
I have to be very, very saucil to do karaoke.
You have to be a silly
I was very
sausage, don't you?
saucil, to say the least.
Last one standing, pretty much.
It was a bit, wasn't it?
It was.
So this now will tack onto your little bar inside. Your bar will hold it, hang on, we'll have it in the middle. This one is to hold my xylophone in place. So I kind of want this toward the back and I've stuck it towards the front. I told him I'm having a bad day today.
Oh, don't worry.
Bad day.
Don't
I
worry.
haven't done this for a while, have I? Remember the card that was completely different?
Yeah, you haven't. I don't know what. Just go different.
I haven't
direction.
done that for a
No.
long time. So there's my little piece of acetate. Then we have the xylophone. Where's it gone? There's our xylophone. So I've already done this because you would be bored to tears watching me paper piece all these. So I've done some ready. So I'm going to decide where I want it. And I want it to sit round about there. But I don't really want all this acetate showing at the back. I just want it to come up to the bottom of the box and then I'll trim it.
Are they right on YouTube, Dan? How are they? Got Pat with us. They're saying the embossing photo is beautiful. Yeah, wait until you see it on the
It's
TV
gorgeous.
tomorrow as well.
It
You're
is
gonna see it.
gorgeous. You will love it.
Christine as well, loving these dies. Well, yeah, they're brilliant. Like when we first did Rococo music, it was something a bit different for us, like probably 2 years ago.
It was.
Yeah, it went really well. So yeah, they've just been designing, you know, in the meantime, along with other products, and yeah, they're good. You know, good set to have because they are unisex, like we said. Kind of, you know, you can put them with other things as well to create some really cool cards.
If you want them as a dangler, then I would back them as well because they will just pop out. But I want this to stay in place, so I'm going to pop a little foam pad in as well. Then the next one, then I've got a shorter piece because I want this just to come up from the next, but come up to about that height. I don't know whether you can see it there, just over the top of the box, just so that we get a nice little little variance in height and things. The Spanish guitar, then I'm going to suspend at the back. Just decide how you want it. I'll have that going that way and pop a little foam pad. I've popped that onto the acetate and we're just going to pop that in place.
Catherine saying you're doing very well, aren't you? They're all support, all supporting.
We all have these days.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
I'm not gonna be any different to anybody else. As you can see, as crafters who do it for a living, we still have these odd days.
It's about the final product. Okay, yeah, you want to create something that you like, but it's the process of it.
Enjoy the process as you're going along.
Because that's why you're doing it. You're enjoying that as you're doing it. You know, enjoy that part of it. And okay, yeah, it doesn't turn out exactly like you want. Who cares? You know,
It doesn't matter.
That's what you're doing. You're enjoying it, and you create some awesome stuff. Like I said, some of the best times we've had on live recently is when like we're just making random cards, and it's just you truly get what it's about. You know, then it's just about whatever happens at the end. You know, that's it. You know, but it's the fun along the way.
Where do I want this to go? I want it to go somewhere round by there. So if I pop, there's my piece of acetate on the back, and I want it at a little bit of an angle, which you can do with the acetate. And then I'm just sticking the acetate on the inside onto the little struts at the base. So that's that one. How are we looking? That's not too bad.
Yeah, all looking good. Simonetta says, hi from Delaware, USA, and yes, my favourite duo, Ali. You so awesome. Just love it. Just some love from the US.
I've actually got a friend in Delaware. That's where Andy's from, Delaware.
Whereabouts is Delaware?
Maryland.
Whereabouts is Maryland?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
It's
in
that
Maryland, side, yeah.
Only like my American football, I know a little bit about that.
You probably know more than me because my geography is pants.
Sport just helps geography. That's the only reason.
I don't do sport.
I know a lot of men like brag about their geography, but it's really only down to the sport that gives them that advantage.
Yeah.
Just because,
for example, like my UK geography is awful, and I don't like football, so that's like it's because I've never.
I'm on the same lines.
Yeah, because I don't watch football, so like my geography as a result, I think, is suffered in the UK because I've never had an interest in that sort of stuff. So it's like,
and I totally get that. That's the only.
I'm in your club, Dan.
Yeah.
If you're wondering where I've had the little bow from, it's from our easel creator set. So I'm just wrapping it around and gluing at the back.
Yeah, Jill says, one of these days I'm coming down to Bridgend with Sheila to meet you all. Yeah, you got it.
Come and see us.
Yeah, I said, oh yes, Jill, we should make a date to Gate Crash the office. We could take them some cake. Yeah, that would be the price
awesome.
of entry.
That would be awesome.
Bring your own biscuits.
I'm sorry.
Password.
Password. Yeah. What type of cake? It goes Victoria Sponge. Come in.
I'm just going to leave that to stick in place.
Although the answer is any cake, really.
Any cake.
We would have accepted any cake.
Sheila came down with ice lollies once. Yeah, it was a boiling hot day, and Sheila arrived with loads of ice lollies.
That was awesome, yeah.
Such a darling, Sheila. Right, now I'm going to paper piece. So you may have had one of these glue pens in your kit. I can't remember which kit it was, though.
Last one?
Was it the last
6,
one?
I think.
6?
Yeah, that pen, yeah.
Yeah, there we are. Fantastic glue pen for paper piecing. So what I'm going to do is pop a little bit of glue into the gaps.
One of these days. Billy says, name escapes me, but do what you love, never work a day in your life.
That's true.
That's what Tonic feels like to me, anyway. Maryland is northeast coast of the US, about 45-minute flight from me. It's funny, like you talk that way in flights.
I know.
Okay, like in the UK, it's basically drive. So it could be like, oh, I'm going to Manchester to see a gig soon, and it's like 4 and a bit hours, maybe 5.
Yeah.
And it's that's how you wouldn't necessarily fly.
You could.
That's right.
You could fly.
And most of the time, it makes sense to, but it takes like a lot of planning and like.
But
you could probably get a flight to Manchester for like 40 quid, for example.
Yeah.
So like it probably makes up for petrol cheaper, but it's like the inconvenience of like going to the airport, going through all the security.
It's the time that I don't like.
Yeah.
Like the majority of the time, it takes roughly the same amount of time because you have to go through all the security stuff and what have you. So it's like, meh.
Dan used to go back and forth when he used to do the public shows, wasn't it?
Glasgow, yeah.
So just go up and down back in a day.
Yeah, there was quite long days because there was only like one flight, like a day from each place. So like 2 flights a day technically, but I was only able to get one. So I had to get the 7 o'clock flight from Bristol, 7 a.m. from Bristol to Glasgow. Then the flight home was 8 p.m. So I get on the flight at 8 p.m. from Glasgow, come back by Bristol by about 9ish, drive back to mine, take about an hour, so I'm home by 10, back in the office by 9 next day.
There we go. That was it. That was
a long day.
isn't it?
There's not yeah.
Long days.
If you think Tonic, there's loads of us. There's not. You know, there's a design team. There's the accounts, people in accounts look after the sales. Looking after that, and me, Dan, who look after like social, and Ali, just the crafting upstairs as well, and Karen helps out, and Laura. But yeah, that is kind of, and the warehouse. But yeah, that's it. It's not like there's no hundreds of people all doing it. It's like, so what we can do is often down to like Dan going up and back in a day and stuff like that doing it. But it's all worth it, for this kind of stuff. So
there we are. We getting there.
You got it, Billy. So yeah, a few people are saying about the type of cake they're going to bring.
Oh,
I haven't seen one I wouldn't accept yet. A mistake of it. Happy accidents are also. What about a nice big jammy Dodger cake? The doors would be flung open to you. So anyway, don't worry about that. I thought
you quite liked the cake you had for your birthday.
Sheila said, "I thought I asked you to keep that a secret, Ali." I know.
I can't keep it a secret, Sheila.
That's exactly what I thought, Sheila. When she said
when
that.
She started talking, I was like, sure that was not.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sheila.
Sheila, sorry, yeah, Sheila.
But we love you.
That would be great, Sheila. I thought you would be gamers. I'm assuming it was you who took the ice lollies down. There we go. So it was already worked out. Yeah. I wish you lived closer to bring short bed. This would be too much. We'd be snowed in, but by cakes.
My Slimming World consultant wouldn't be very happy.
If you want to send anything into the office, PO box is in the description. PO box is in the description.
Yeah, there's plenty of.
I'm not sure if it is anymore, to be honest. But,
yeah, people who've sent stuff in the past, it either goes upstairs or downstairs, doesn't it? And
it's always very gratefully received.
Always. Kim, that's a window cookie. I would do a Jello cake.
Oh,
so I think that's it. Must be different window cookies, probably what they call them.
Because like jammy. Makes sense.
Sounds divine. Whatever.
I'm just relaxing after a day at the hospital and stuck in traffic.
That's not a good day.
That's it. If you can find a way to enjoy those sort of commute back and forth and relax and do it, because you spend a lot of time doing it. People who work in, those sort of places. So just find a way to enjoy it. Watch an old Tonic live. Failing that, something else you enjoy. And have a good time.
So there, as you can see, it's paper pieced really quickly. And there, I
think we've lost height in the close cam.
I think we have, haven't we?
It did lose a leg just before, so.
So that's our little microphone already. I've just knocked my bow off. Maybe I'll put a bit of tape on it. Maybe that'll be easier. I have tape. Will carry. I know. I was trying to be organised today.
So you're doing well. I've got to get a cake for my son's birthday on the 23rd. Seems like a lot of you are cake bakers as well. Maybe there is a correlation of a Venn diagram of crafters and cooks and bakers. And bakers, yeah. Amanda loves to make.
I'll make a plain cake. I think I'll go. So there. No.
How plain?
Like a Victorian sponge, something like that.
I am relatively good at cooking and baking, what have you. But I never actually do it. Yeah. No, I've never actually seen myself do it before. But apparently,
I think I'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I do. I used to do it quite a bit, and then it was just
when you were big into the bake-off, weren't you? And I think you used to you were doing that.
I made a Victorian sponge for like one of the bake-off things, and like from hand, whipped cream, everything.
You star baker that week, weren't you?
I was, and it was just like I'm like I said, not to my own horn, but I'm quite a good cook. I just don't do it very often.
Never baked a cake, I don't think.
No, it's a laugh. It is,
no.
It's alright.
You put some of the stuff in there, you whisk it around and whatever, and then you put it in a thing, put it in the oven for a bit, boom.
I'm from a family of like quite motherly women, and there's always been enough cake to go around. I've never like my nan's always like, "Oh, are you hungry, love?" She's from Yorkshire. So, "Oh, are you hungry? Are you hungry?" It's like you won't leave there without. She's 91. Do you like? I'll do you some pancakes. Oh, I'll do you some pancakes. And I'm just like, oh, I don't, I'm not asking a 90-year-old woman to make me pancakes. But she's like, oh, I'll go on. I'll pop some now. And Mum's the same. She's like, have you had anything to eat? just all the time.
Yeah.
Amanda's the same now.
And
She's
they all
like,
spoil you.
Yeah, I think they just are. I think people want to feed me. That's why I've grown in size since my first Tonic Live.
Oh, bless you. Right then, what am I going to do here? I have got a little strip of card which is roughly, within inches at the moment, it's roughly about 4.5 inches. So I am going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 and 4. So we've kind of gone from centimetres to inches, but this could be 2.5 centimetres. Just make sure that you score it at 2.5 centimetres all the way round. And then I'm just going to fold each of these over until you've got a little cube. And then I'm going to join them together. So a little bit of
How's YouTube getting on, Dan? You can have, if you can read them.
Yeah, sure. So we've got, Nancy saying, we're all having a fun day, thanks for the laughs, love the Tuxedo card, it's a terrific one. And she also says that she has those days daily. And we've also got Pat saying, Delaware is between Pennsylvania and Maryland, I live in Pennsylvania. Sherry, hi from Tobermory, Ontario, Canada. Happy Valentine's Day.
They always go very international on YouTube.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. Nancy saying, hi all, happy Valentine's Day from South Carolina. And Patricia saying, sorry, better late than never. Hello to you all from Derbyshire. Bev Huntington, don't try the Slimming World cakes. they're all minging apparently.
The ones I've tried are pretty minging too. I remember making one. Well, it just looked like an omelette, and then you put all this.
Omelette.
Oh, it was awful.
Oh,
There was no flour in it. It's all done with eggs and something else, and it was just like a big omelette. And I'm not a lover of eggs
How many
anyway.
points does that get? I don't know. How do they work?
I can't remember.
Something to do with points.
Is that a green?
It's all
day?
sins.
It's a green.
They used to have green and red days. It's all they don't know.
Oh, it's a green and red day. I never had a clue what it's all about.
Yeah, we
don't
have that
It sounds very
anymore.
like culty almost, doesn't it? There's a, we're on a green day today.
Here's the little box. Whoops, we down here.
Again,
sorry, I've made.
We can't keep going down like this.
It's all right.
Just try it.
It's
just
all
wait
right.
for me to turn over.
There you go. It's all right.
We're all right.
Pull back.
Hang on, I've lost it now. There we are.
There you go.
And
This is your zone of viewing.
It's not anymore. It's not anymore.
This is why you don't mess around with things.
It was just sliding forward. It's better to just act rather than react.
Oh,
It's way better now. Front cam is down.
I don't know where we're going now.
We've lost it
Right,
now.
let's go on the top cam then, shall we?
Why not? We've lost front cam. We've lost side cam now.
So where I've scored it at each inch, whoops, hang on, there we are.
So hold it that
I've
side,
made a
okay.
little cube, the back we want to see.
Yeah.
And then, so when you, look, he's moving it out to my reach now.
I'm joking.
You know I got little arms and legs.
You hit me, you saw that. It's on film.
This will go flat. So all this card, even though it's looking quite 3D, it will all go flat for you to post, other than the bow that I've put on there. And you just pop that forward. So even though it looks a really techie card, the post is easy. So pop your box up, put a little bit of glue on the back of it, and then decide where you'd like your little microphone to sit. So I'd kind of like it, we need to Swiss off the base, pop it there, and pop the box down. There we are. We'll leave that to dry as I move it. I'm going to leave that for a sec, just so it dries, and then I'm going to sort out my sentiment for the other side. So I've used one of our birthday wishes sentiments. There we are. I got 2 of them here. So this is quite an old die of ours. Oh, we're not over there, we're up here. But it's still a pretty one. So I've got one in white and I've got one in silver.
There you go.
And I thought with the stars, they just fitted in with this scheme.
Thank you, Owen.
Diolch.
Diolch fawr.
Diolch.
Os gwelwch yn dda.
Croeso.
Croeso i... Dan actually speaks Welsh, so this is probably quite pitiful.
I don't.
It's just...
I do a little bit.
Mae'n boeth?
You just go thank you, then please afterwards. Just like, so you give it back and go, please. Please.
Diolch yn fawr. What's you're welcome.
One of these,
You're welcome. You must know that one. So if I gave that to Ali, and then she goes diolch yn fawr, what do
you just say thanks back? What do you mean? What?
Ta.
I would say, oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so how are we going to
Not very
shadow
polite
this?
in Welsh, so.
No, we're quite a rude language.
Yeah. Dim problem. Like, I mean,
Dim problem.
Yeah.
I mean, like no problem. But,
Yeah.
You know.
So we just lay it on top and then just slide it forwards just a little bit, and then you see a little bit of the white popping from behind. You may not pick it up there, but you may pick it up when it's on the black here.
There you go.
Alright,
Yeah, it's a nice shadow to it.
just a little one. And a little bit of glue then, and we're nearly done. Thank heavens today.
Mary says, oh, and at least hold him still near the camera. Fair comment, Mary.
Shaky hands. Yeah, he's nervous. It's only his 85th live. So, and then,
I'll hold it still next time.
There we are. So we're going to pop that there, and we're going to put the birthday wishes on the bottom. Then you can push your card forward, and we're done. So there's almost a similar tuxedo.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's awesome.
Maybe not quite, but nearly.
close enough.
It'll do. It'll do.
Very awesome. Brilliant. Love it. Yeah. So
Very
you
nice.
you can make it. You know, you can. There's so much stuff you can do with these music dies. There's there's a lot. You've had to know someone in your life who loves their music and enjoys it. I
Oh,
know
definitely.
From the playlist we've made and stuff like that, I know you're no exception in
But
the group.
this I think covers all genres. You know, my father loved classical music, so therefore the classical side of this would have impressed him. But then you've got your guitar. That could be any young lad.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got a drum kit. So if you've got a young son who's playing the drums, who's driving you absolutely nuts, it's there for you. You've got your gramophone, which again kind of takes it back an era.
Yeah.
So that's your grandparents, but not necessarily. The microphone then will take it to your,
Kind of like
it could be
Sinatra.
between your 20s to your
Yeah.
50s,
Well,
something like that.
If you like your, if you've got the pin-ups, the microphone will go quite well with that. It's sort of like that rock, rockabilly sort of like thing to it. So yeah, you could do something cool like that as
Exactly.
well with it. So yeah, there's lots of things it goes with.
But I think the microphone fits in perfectly with our range as well.
yeah, it does. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I should listen, shouldn't I? Sorry.
I tell you what it'd go nice with as well. The mic, it would go well with the pin-ups. Wouldn't
Yeah,
it? I tell you, do you think it would go?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you know the range that it would go really well with?
Go on, tell me.
The pin-up
oh,
girls.
I
Yeah,
tell you what, they would like a rock.
I tell you what, the other thing I'm thinking, you know the boho lady? The one
Yeah.
that's facing on the
Are
side?
you thinking of the pin-ups?
No, I'm thinking of the boho lady. Oh, I can't think of her name now.
I know.
It begins with
The hippie girl,
Camellia.
Camellia. Yeah.
Camellia. Well, it could be any of them, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking the hippie. You could have the guitar going off.
Yeah. But the other one, Camellia, this facing the side,
Ah, yeah,
you
yeah.
could put the mic in front of her, not even that one. Put the mic in front, and she could be singing.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, that would look really cool.
And Jasmine,
You've got
she's
that
the one
side
with
profile.
the flowers in her hair.
Yeah.
That could be placed just lower than her face,
Mhm.
and she could be singing too. I think
Yeah.
these are the perfect range to go with those.
I think so. Yeah,
I didn't think of it till now.
Do you know? That's what I think about. That's what I'm like. Just like, oh, that would be good. I see
Very
them,
random.
I see them close up and that. Yeah. I should have said, "Stop it, boys. We stop it." Well, maybe you've got, maybe you got. I won't say it again. Right, we got Fab Project. Love it. Loving the project there. Yeah, you can check. So a step by step of this. This is inspired by Ruth's sort of setup or layout. Of
It is.
and that's apassionforcards.blogspot.co.uk. But if you type in Ruth Hamilton into Google, papercraft, you'll find your blog. Really good blog, and yeah, lots of cool projects in there. Some of them using Tonic dies as well. Yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun. This launching tomorrow at 6 p.m. with Jodie Johnson on Achanda. You can watch it online. You can watch it on achanda.com if you're in the US or anywhere like that. You can order from the US as well. So you can order direct, and the shipping times are pretty good as well. So you'll receive your stuff. Everyone's ordered their craft kit as well. Well done. They're going fast. So yeah, you're going to be lucky if you get one if you haven't already ordered. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Well done everyone who's uploaded cards as well to the Show Tonic Showcase, to that album. We're going to go through that Friday at 4 p.m. and have some fun, just a laugh before the weekend. And that's it. Yeah, cool. I'm excited. Kind of chilled out. Yeah,
I'm
chill out
glad.
now. We are.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
We're sort of in the lounge now.
We
with
are
the
the lounge.
music.
It's like in a. Yeah, just in the lounge. Someone's playing guitar.
Bit of Gregory
Dan's
Porter,
playing, like,
is there now?
Yeah, Gregory Porter. Dan's playing. He's got the head. Gregory Porter's heads thing on today. His balaclava thing, and he's playing just a bit of cool jazz piano.
Yeah.
And we're just going, clinking glasses and saying, happy Valentine's.
Cheers.
Cheers. So yeah, while we're in the lounge, take to the lounge yourself. Hope you have a good evening, everyone, and we'll be back tomorrow at 11 for the daily, and then Friday 4 p.m. for Show Tonic Showcase. So yeah, join Jodie tomorrow 6 p.m. and from all of us, have a great evening. Bye everyone.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.